Hi everyone, welcome back. This week's video is a little shorter because I'm planning in my September note page. I'm going to be using a notes kit from HelloPetitePaper, so I wanted to show you how obsessed I've been with Vanessa's kit so far. All her artwork is hand painted and original, and she is such an inspiration to me. I discovered that she had monthly kits in March, and now I basically purchased every single month from her. I'm done up to September, which I still have to finish, but in the meantime I'm going to show you another kit that I'm doing with hers. So this is a kit that I'm going to be using. It's 2 pages and it's pretty simple with some labels and circles, and to add some accents I'm going to use the Nightshade Bow series from Simply Gilded. I also have a few freebies from Vanessa that I have left over that I'm going to incorporate as well. To start, I took the strip of washi from the kit and I covered the top part of the page. I wanted some contrast to the watercolors, so I decided to use the wine red Nightshade washi and laid it down on the bottom part of the strip. I got a name card from the meetup in Portland last year, so I kept it and now I use it for whipping washi. I found that the red washi at the top was a little top heavy, so I wanted to try and balance out the rest of the page by adding the blue Nightshade washi down as well. I laid it down at the bottom inside the box and I used my card to tear the washi again. Now that there's more balance, I can start filling in the circles. The pen that I'm using is this regular black gel pen that I got from Happie Scrappie's pen subscription box. I really like this pen because I find that most pens are 0.5 or 0.7, but this one writes like it's 0.6, so it was the perfect balance for me from being too thick or too thin. So the first circle that I filled in was the goal circle, and my goal for September was basically to prepare for the PBC sale early. Even though the sale happens near the end of the month, I wanted to make sure that I had enough stickers in stock so that I could process orders as soon as I can. Then I filled in the grateful circle, and of course the most exciting moment for September was that my fiance proposed, so I put in that I had a proposal at Neuschwanstein Castle. I'm also going to film a plan with me video for the week of the proposal so that I can tell you guys everything about it, and if you want to know, make sure to watch my next video. For this next circle, I had to place a divider under the palm of my hand so that I didn't smudge the ink that I had just written in the other circle. I wrote that I wanted to get ahead with new releases in this focus one because I wanted to make sure that I still had new releases going for you guys while I was busy packing the PBC orders. You can see that I wrote the word ahead a little differently. I basically didn't cross any of the letters and I used an arrow to cross them all together at once. I wanted some visual dynamic in my spread and I thought this was a really fun way to do it. The last remaining circle is a favorite circle, so I took a button and cork sticker from my shop to mark the favorite part of the month. I was feeling really loved this month from friends and family and of course my fiance and even my customers because you guys all gave me so much support for the PBC sale, so I just filled it in with feeling loved. Now that I finished filling in the circles, I peeled them up one by one and stuck them in no particular order. I basically overlaid them on the printed circles in the planner so that I could match them evenly. I saw that there was some extra space on the Get Ahead sticker, so I took a pencil sticker from the Coffee Monsters code to fill that in. Then I peeled the last circle sticker and that completed my top row. There were still 2 more stickers left on the sheet, and these were the monthly habit trackers, so I wrote in that I wanted to wear my Invisalign and also do design. I didn't have time to fill these in because I'm actually back planning, but these were the 2 things that I wanted to track throughout the month. I peeled up the strips carefully and laid them on top of the blue washi inside the box. I laid one on top of the other, and once I had used both of these, I finished the sheet. To create some sectioning in my spread, after I laid down the strips, I used the purple Nightshade washi so that I could block off this whole area and make it clear that this was only for the habit trackers. Next, I decorated around the blocked off area, so I took the note sticker from the other sheet and laid it on top of the washi. I also took some floral stickers from the 2 different freebies that I had and I laid it all around the box. I put a larger one on the top right and then I used smaller flower ones for each corner. Since this kit was made for July, it didn't come with a September sticker, so I had to create a September sticker for myself. I took a flag from one of the freebies and wrote in September. You can see that I already tried writing one on the gray, but I screwed up the spacing, so I had to redo another one on the pink flag. Once I finished writing, I took the flag and I put the September sticker on the top left corner of the page so that it was obvious that this notes kit was for September. Then I took the second page of the kit and made marks next to each of the labels that I thought I would be able to use for the month. This next part is pretty straightforward because I go through the labels that I use and I show you what I fill in for each one. The first label that I picked up was dates to remember, and I wanted some contrast, so I decided to go with the blue dots to start with. I wrote in September 19th because that was my sisters Mona and Lisa's birthdays. I did a Plan With Me video for this last week, so you should be able to see that on my channel. Then I also wrote in September 5th, which was the date of my proposal, and I wanted to remember that on here as well. I tried to pick alternating colors, so the next label that I took was a blue memories label, and that's when I realized that I didn't like the contrast of the blue dots with the pink label, so I switched the blue dots back down to the memories one and took new pink dots to fill in the top ones. I think this made the sectioning a little clearer so that it was easier to see which part was for which. I wrote in that it was really memorable to see the Neuschwanstein Castle in person, and then I got surprised by my fiance again afterwards, and we ended up staying an extra day nearby. The other thing that really stood out this month was a surprise engagement party that my friends and family held for us the day that we got back. And also that we discovered a really fun board game called Smash Up while we were staying at my friend's place in London. I purchased the board game and all its expansions, and I think I spent over $300 on it already. Anyway, next I took a Munchkin sticker from my shop to fill in the blank space that was left from my handwriting. I also used a clip sticker from Sparkly Paper Co. and a heart sticker from Planner Rest to balance out the left side. The next label sticker that I took was a family and home one because there were some exciting things happening with my sisters. Mona, who just graduated from law school earlier this summer, she began her articling position at a law firm, and Lisa is doing her third-year rotations for her residency, and she was actually able to go all across Canada, so she went to Halifax, Ottawa, Toronto, and a few other cities. Okay, so since I didn't have much room left on the bottom of my planner, I chose a blue wish list label, and I wrote in that I wish I can always remind myself how lucky I felt and how loved I am every single time I looked at my ring. And this is not just because it's from my fiance, but also because of everyone else in my life who has ever played a part in my story and helped me to become the person I am today. There is definitely no way I would be able to be who I am today without even the smallest interactions that I've experienced in my life. I finished off the bottom of this spread with a couple sticker that I got from Kina Prints. It's one of my favorites because it's so cute and I think it looks so romantic. Next, I moved on to the right side of my planner, and since traveling was huge for me this month, I took the travel label along with stickers from the Whimsical Cat and Fox and Cactus for decoration. I wrote in all the places that I went in Europe and Greece this time and filled in the dots one by one. Some of the places that I visited were Frankfurt, Munich, Rothenburg, and Füssen in Germany, along with Salzburg in Austria and Copenhagen, Athens, Santorini, and I ended up in London, so I took a flight home from there. When I got back from Vancouver, there was one last place that I went to, and it was actually Whistler with my girlfriends. We decided to just do a weekend away so that we could relax and catch up, and then I could tell them all about my proposal, and it was a really fun getaway. I put down each of the dots for the locations individually, and then I had to shift the Munchkin stickers that I put down earlier because I thought the spacing was a little off. The next label that I chose was the blue work one because there was lots of stuff happening with the shop in September as well. We had the back to school sale really early, then we had a bunch of new Halloween and fall releases along with the PVC sale. The last important thing that happened in September was that I attended a paper and planner fair in Abbotsford, and it was organized by a local lady, and I had so much fun. I went with Helen from the Coffee Monsters Co., and this was the first time that either of us were selling in real life, so it was really neat because I got to meet a lot of our customers as well as a few other shops that we didn't know about before. I used a Kina print sticker to mark the sale and also a Grumble and Kind Work Life sticker. The last section is a small section again, and since this month was filled with so much love and excitement, I chose the I'm so grateful for label. I had to rip off a bit of the label, and because I didn't rip it off perfectly, I covered part of it up with a Munchkin icon. Then I wrote in that I was grateful for seeing the love around me continue to keep spreading. And that completes my first note spread. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm not sure if you thought it was too short or if you prefer my weekly ones, but leave a comment below and I'll definitely read your comments so that I know what you guys like. These are the items that were left over. I definitely have the washi and one more sheet left of the labels and some freebie stickers.